Dale, of course, will be here in a minute speaking, representing the Congressman King's office. Will C. Ketchinger is here as well. State Representative Brian Best. And of course, we have a number of members of the Carroll County Board of Supervisors. Thank you so much for being here. Michael Wagler is here from the State Coordinator for the Iowa Main Street Program. And I also want to recognize, before we get started too, Jim Avon is here from Carroll, the CADC, is President of CADC. So thank you so much for coming out for this. I also want to recognize we have the committee that put this together for this award, the selection committee. We have several representatives with us. Our state director for USDA Rural Development, Bill Menner. Bill, thank you so much. You do so much for small business, and I know rural development did a lot here in Manning as well. Also, Lisa Shumkat, America's SBDC Iowa State Director. I'm very lucky to have her here as well today. Donnell Finley, who is our Deputy District Director at the SBA, was also on the committee. And I want to also, along those lines, recognize also Dave Littell, who's our lead lender relations specialist, is here today. We had a couple conflicts that two other committee members had selected that were on the selection committee. Amelia Lobo, who is with our Women's Business Center at the Iowa Center for Economic Success, as well as John Barkhart from our sport chapter in Cedar Rapids. So I just wanted to make sure that the selection committee gets the recognition that they deserve on this. Just 1 second. I apologize. Make sure we're all set here. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is really a special day for, you would think for Manning itself, but it's a special day for us at the SBA because this is a very special award that is very close to my heart. We are the only SBA office in the country to have such an award, the Small Business Community of the Year. And I want to talk a little bit about that and how that came to be. But small business is the American dream. Small business was built on the shoulders of our founding fathers, all small business owners. All these years later, small business is still the driving force behind our nation's economy. Small business owners are very special people. Their vision, hard work, work ethic, and perseverance are second to none. But small business success also depends on having the right infrastructure and economic development climate for startups and existing businesses. This includes everything from access to capital, technical assistance, ordinances and regulations, or less of them, as we prefer, special initiatives, a collaborative environment, and advocacy. And so we created this award at the SBA because we wanted to recognize a community in the state that was really doing a lot for small businesses to thrive. And we put it out there as a competition. We were very shocked the very first year, the amount of nominations we got statewide and the competition was stiff. Small communities to large cities to regional corridors. In every single nomination, I'll tell you, it was fascinating the support that the communities, what they were doing for small business. But one community really stood out to us, and that was Manning. And there were so many reasons why Manning was selected, but I think it's just overall, it's just very refreshing to, sorry. See, I got it. I drank the Kool-Aid already. No, but really, when you look at it, just all the different things, everybody really coming together, like we see here today. All the different pieces of the puzzle coming together to support small business. And especially small businesses supporting small business. That is so critical. And too often we don't think about that, about really keeping the money in the community. Be loyal, buy local. And that is such an important part of maintaining our local communities. But it's also the collaborative nature here. Everybody really working together and leveraging it and recognizing that the private sector money and the personal, the individual support is just as important as leveraging with the public sector money. And it's not just federal, state, it's local, it's the foundations and the private corporations and other small businesses really get behind that too. It's also Main Street. I've always, in my entire economic development career, I've always been a huge fan of Main Street. You can always go into a town and tell when it's Main Street. Iowa is known as having one of the best Main Street networks in the entire country. So it's not surprising when you go down here and you see the restoration of Manning, brick by brick, the tin tile by tin tile in the ceilings and all these buildings and the restoration. It's just absolutely amazing. So I really give the entire community a lot of credit with that. It's also too just this sense of community and that you really feel here. I'm new to Iowa. I'm late to the game. I should have moved here years ago. I absolutely have fallen in love with Iowa. And just actually a couple days, couple hours, but I've been here a couple months in Iowa, and I really should have moved here 20, 30 years ago. But it's a sense of what you get when you come here to Manning, and a true sense of community. And I really applaud all of you for that, for everything that you are doing to support the local small businesses. And we must recognize, too, all the alumni that are coming back to the community to raise their families, but also to start up local small businesses. And I know in our tours here that we have met several. So we are absolutely thrilled to have SBA's name on this. The SBA, we're a federal agency that helps entrepreneurs to start, build, and grow their businesses. And you know, we do that through a lot of a network of resource partners like the Small Business Development Centers that are here today. But it's also the partnership with our local lenders that we have here in the community. And so we're just thrilled to have the SBA name on this. And I must say, this is the inaugural award. So Manning is the very first Iowa Small Business Community of the Year. And on behalf of the SBA, I'm very proud to present it